Hi guys, welcome to another edition of The Watch Collector. My name's Ollie. Today we're going to look at the brand that is arguably at the forefront of Chinese watchmaking, and that's specifically Atelier Wen. But before we do, we're going to of course have the obligatory wristwatch check, and today I'm wearing the Xia Piao SB07 Lagoon. So, founded in 2018 by a French duo looking to create what they call the culture workshop. That's what Atelier Wen means in Chinese. And the two pieces that we're going to look at today pretty much typify, I think, their approach to watchmaking. This model is called the Perception, and we've got the Piao and the Xiao. And you can see that you've got a really very beautiful hand guilloché dial on both. One, of course, in this icy blue, and one what I'll refer to as a salmon, perhaps a little bit more orange, but nonetheless, both of them incredibly striking. I'll keep the Xiao with me to run through the features. So both are, of course, on full 904L stainless steel, so highly durable and corrosion resistant. You've got a 40mm in diameter case, but with really quite aggressive case shape. But because it's only just over 9mm in height, actually, as you'll see on the wrist, it really wears far better than you think it might do. To complement the really very beautiful sunburst effect and the hand guilloché finish on the dial, you've got rhodium plated hands with super luminova. And as you can see, I'm sure, as I move it through the light, the stainless steel is finished to a very good standard with alternate brushed and polished finishes. On the crown, you have nice knurling to have good texture and feel for when you want to use it. And all in all, it's a really quite striking piece, and I don't think you can confuse it for any other stainless steel sports watch that's out there. To give you an idea of their attention to detail and consideration in terms of wearability, I've mentioned that it's a 40mm case, even with this really quite aggressive expansion around 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. But if you look at the way that the bracelet or the head of the watch is congruent with the bracelet, you can see that actually it really tapers quite a lot, from 22mm down to 18mm down to the clasp, but also in terms of thinness, it goes from 3mm down to 2.6mm at the clasp. All in all, the attention to detail on this piece really is quite something. If you flip it over, as you can see, you've got a nice deployant clasp, one of my favorites. You've got a knurled case back. They use 3D lettering at the top and bottom, as you can see. Very nice effect, and just almost like a peekaboo effect with sapphire crystal in order to be able to catch just a little bit of the glimpse of the movement, and you have a black rhodium plated rotor in there. Let's throw it on the wrist and see how it wears. Now, hopefully you can see what I mean about, even though it's got quite arguably an aggressive look to the presentation on the case, it wears exceptionally well. And again, I'm wearing, as you can see, a dress cuff and a suit jacket, and this will hide away absolutely perfectly. Now, let's talk about the finishing and the way that it really reflects the light. It almost has the royal oak quality of it. You're not going to miss this piece. Any kind of light is going to reflect like a beacon. It's really quite striking, and the pièce de résistance of this is the price, around about £2,500 plus VAT. I think this looks way more expensive. I really do. There are, of course, compromises in terms of the way that it's made, the modification of the movements, but overall, as a statement piece for that price, I think what they're doing in their culture workshop in only a very short period of time, around 7 years, is outstanding. Which one would I go for? Which one do I prefer? The Piao or the Xiao, the blue or the orange? They're actually very different looks. I always have a soft spot for the kind of the more salmony, orangey look, and I think that really is quite something. I should say that I went to a roadshow at the Londoner towards the end of 2024, and I got the opportunity to see the purple version, the Millésime, which, as I understand it, is impossible to get, and in fact may already be completely sold out. But that was unbelievably striking. But this would probably be my choice. But tell you what, you're not going to go wrong with the blue either. I'd love to know what you think. What would you choose? Xiao, Piao? Do you think that at this price point, is there a better stainless steel watch than this? Would love to know what you think. That's the Atelier Wen Perception range. That's enough from me. We'll see you next time.